Are you scared yet? Good, me too. Blah, blah, blah. I want to talk about the Day of Silence. And the more and more that I try to re-record this video, the less enthusiastic I get. But here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. Fake enthusiasm, yes. Okay. So, this was our sheet that we were given, along with a piece of tape that I might get into. But I don't want to make a 13-minute video, guys. I'm not into long videos anymore. Alright, so I'm gonna focus on 4 main things. Nah, 3. Let's cut it down to 3. Because I focused on 4 the last time and my sound crashed. Yeah, okay. So, I thought doing the Day of Silence was gonna be easy for me, you know, like, oh, yeah, I enjoy thinking to myself and not having to speak out loud. But do you know how frustrating it is to not be allowed to talk? It's really frustrating. Really, really, really frustrating. I was sitting there and I love talking. God damn, do I love talking. Never realized it until I had to shut up. I love having a voice, and I feel so fucking different than I did before I did the Day of Silence. Before I did the Day of Silence, it was like, oh, what's so bad about not speaking sometimes? But no, when you have something you want to say, you really, really want to say it. And sometimes it just flies out. But sometimes people don't hear you, so that's good. But other times people do hear you and they're like, oh, you're not supposed to be talking. Why are you talking? Shame on you. And I felt guilty when I got caught once. And it was like by a peer. So I shouldn't have felt guilty. But I did. And I realized how lucky I am to have my voice, you know? To have my right, my opinions, my to think that some people don't have the rights that I have, and to think that some people are, you know, plagued with the burden of not having an opinion of their own, and, you know, just like, I'm playing with my hair a lot. I'm having flashbacks of my day of fidgeting because I couldn't talk. It's hard. It's hard sitting there knowing that you're not allowed to say anything and that some of your friends aren't allowed to say anything, and yet you still want to hang out with them and you still want to hear them, and you just, you want to feel close and you want to feel that goodness that speaking gives you, that freedom that you feel. And my audio is fucking up again, but I don't know if you guys can hear it, so I'm gonna try my best to ignore it. The second thing that I want to talk about is the changes that were outside of myself. And those changes were, you know, the people around you, they tried so hard to make you speak to them because it's just so uncomfortable to try and speak to somebody who just stares at you or nods or, you know, makes facial expressions or hand gestures trying to tell you what they want to tell you because they can't speak out loud. Some people got tortured, like me at lunch. I got tortured and I still didn't speak. Other people friggin' gave up. whatever. Can't help it, can ya? But, you know, like, people really wanted us to get our voices back, to speak like we always do. And that's the big thing, right? Like, what are you going to do to end the silence? Think about the voices you're not hearing today. How does it make you feel? Think about that feeling and hold on to that feeling and let that feeling out and let that be your drive to change how our world is. Let it, guide you to the good ways. The good ways. I hate that echo. It's like a crackly echo. The last thing that I want to talk about that I'm probably going to get pretty passionate about. I'm going to go hopefully less than 4 minutes, but here we go. Whoops. It's religion. It's how religion treats lesbians, gays, bisexuals, transgenders. It's how religion views those that really pisses me off. Because there's this almighty God up in the sky who created us all from Adam and Eve, and then suddenly we got the ability to think for ourselves, and suddenly people started writing in the Bible that gays were wrong and God is going to send them all to hell because they don't deserve to live. But do you seriously think that if God didn't want you to live, he would let you live in the first place? It's simple as that. He would not create you if he didn't want you to live. He would not put sin in your mind when you're born because you are born gay. He would not damn you to hell as a baby. As a baby, you're born without sin. You're sinless. So, the fuck? That's all I have to say. The fuck? God's not an idiot. And I don't think you are either. Put the puzzle pieces together. If God doesn't think they're wrong, then they're not wrong. And if God thought they were wrong, they wouldn't be here. Get it? God lets us make our own decisions. And if we choose to love a man and if we choose to love a woman, that's our choice. Now, stabbing somebody in the face is different. You weren't born a serial killer. Something twisted your brain. So those two things are different, okay? Just think of it. You're born without sin, and as soon as you're born, you're gay or straight or bi or whatever. That is just your destiny. God doesn't want our destiny to be hell, so why would he put us on that track? He wouldn't, right? All I'm asking is that you raise a little awareness about the gay community. They need our help. And it's about damn time we stepped up. That's all I have to say. About damn time that we stepped up and helped them and finally ended the silence.